Wonderful. They are really wonderful. There, Amy and I compared what we saw in the rooms with what we had read in the book. We imagined that couple of lovers played chess, read poems, solved riddles, painted pictures, and demonstrated calligraphy. We also discussed the existing conflicts between lovers, sisters, and father and son. I heard you come from New York. Yes, actually, I come from New York City, to be more precise. That's what I meant. I stayed in New York City for 2 years, you know. Really? When was that? During the years 1985 and 1986. Oh, that was quite a while ago. What did you do there? I was a visiting scholar at New York University. Wow, that's a good school. Yes, but I have heard it is even better now. You are right. The New York Times carried an article on its front page about the success story of NYU not long ago. So I heard. What did it say? It basically talked about how in 10 years NYU raised $10 million and how it used the money to its best effect to expand and renovate the school facilities, improve the quality of the faculty, and create new and better programs. Now NYU has become one of the top urban universities in the United States. I'm so excited to hear about all this. I'm proud of being one of its alumni. Me too. What? You graduated from NYU too? Yes, in 1946. Situation 31. Predicting the future, making an appointment, and making arrangement. Tomorrow is Children's Day. What do you think Tom's mother will buy him? A bicycle, I suppose. How can you sound so sure? I gave her the idea. She has been asking me about it in the past few days. Lan is leaving for the U.S. tomorrow morning. Are you going to see him off at the airport? Of course I am. How long is he planning to stay there? I think at least 2 years. He won't be back until he finishes his studies for the master's degree. When do you think my new coat will be ready? Thursdays, as I promised. Can I have it Wednesday afternoon? I have to attend a party that evening. I'm afraid it's not likely. We are short of hands, and Thursday is the earliest possible time we can get the job done. I'll pop in on Wednesday afternoon anyway to see if it is ready. I'll pay extra. In that case, I'll give it a try. Guess what I did yesterday? I went to see a friend of mine, and in his house I happened to meet his girlfriend, who is a palm reader. What a surprise! Was she a professional? Did she read your palm? Yes, she did. She's not a professional palmist. She does it only for fun and pleasure. She has read many books on palm reading and thinks she's good enough to tell one's fortune and future by examining the lines on the palm of his hand. Tell me what she said about you. She said I would soon meet a girl to my taste, and the two of us would soon get married and be happy ever after. You were pleased to hear that, weren't you? Yes, of course. I believed what she said, and really hoped that the prediction would come true. I see. The palmist, like other fortune tellers, always tries to win psychologically. People think he's telling the truth, but he's only speaking in general terms. Hi, you're late again. I got stuck on the bus. I hate commuting to work. I think things will improve when the subway and the highway around the city are completed. They will be very helpful, of course, but I think a final solution is to make people telecommute rather than commute to work. What do you mean by telecommute? When people telecommute, they work from home using phones, faxes, and computers to keep in touch with their companies or clients. I see. When that time comes, there will be no traffic jam on the highway, but there will probably be jam on the electronic superhighway. Mr. Smith, could you tell us something about the economic forecasts for next year? For example, what will happen to food prices? Will they rise? I should think so. You see, inflation will increase, so consumer prices will rise too. I can expect at least a 15% increase in prices, a bigger one perhaps in food prices. But the government will surely do something to check it from reaching 20% and beyond. I see. And what will happen to housing costs? Well, there's good news for buyers. Prices won't increase. In fact, they'll fall slightly. There are a couple of reasons for this. One is that the current prices are more than the buyers are expecting to pay. A second reason is that there's still a lot of empty new houses on the market. That's really a good news for those who are thinking of buying houses. Good morning. Is Mr. Kong in? No, I'm afraid not. But what can I do for you? I'm Mrs. Hong. I'm calling to find out if Mr. Kong could see me at 3 tomorrow afternoon. I have some problems to discuss with him. Yes, he's free then. I'll tell him you'll be coming. Good morning, Miss Zung. I'd like to make an appointment to see the director this morning. What time do you want to see him? Would 10 o'clock be all right? Let me check his appointment book. No, I'm afraid not. He's engaged till 11. Will it be okay if I come in at 11 sharp then? There's something very urgent I must consult with him about. All right, I'll make a note of it. Good morning, Mrs. Ha. Tiny is sorry that she can't come to class today. What's wrong with her? She has a fever, and the doctor told her to take things easy for a day or two. I hope it's not serious. No, it's just a cold. She expects to be okay by Friday. She wants me to ask if she could come in to see you to get some tutoring on Friday. Friday is good for me. I have no class on that day, and I'll be glad to help her. Good afternoon, Dr. Sun's dental office. Good afternoon. I'm calling to make an appointment to see Dr. Sun. I've got a bad toothache. I see, but I'm afraid Dr. Sun is engaged for the entire week. Is there any chance to squeeze me in? I'm quite desperate. My tooth is giving me a lot of pain. Well, we'll have to put you on the waiting list. I'll call you as soon as there is a cancellation. That's great. My number is 6470-0700. I'm Lum of the chemistry department. I'll be there every morning. Thanks a lot. Are you ready to go now? Sorry, I'm afraid it's going to be at least another hour before I finish typing these documents. Oh, well, I'm going to go first then. How about meeting at the movie theater? What time? The movie begins at 8. Let's meet at 7. Good. That doesn't give me a chance to grab something to eat. See you later. So long. Are you going to the jazz concert tonight, Lun? Yes, I am. I'm going with Bing. How are you going to go? By bus, I guess. Why don't you two join us? I'm going with Nam and he's driving. That's very nice of you. Where should we meet? Let me see. Let's say at my house at about 7. Terrific. See you at 7 then. Hello, Anne. Tian here. Oh, hello, Tian. I was just going to call you about the rally next week. That's just what I'm calling for. You going, I suppose? Yes. And you? Me? Of course, I have too. I am one of the organizers, you know. I didn't know that. Very impressive, huh? Stop teasing me, Anne. How about going together? I can give you a ride. Why not? Going to the rally with an organizer. How exciting! Come on, Anne, stop it, would you? Listen, I'll pick you up at your house at 1 p.m. Hello? Hello? May I speak to Tom, please? Speaking. Hi, Tom. This is Sim. I'm a friend of Lan's. Hi, Sim. Lan has told me about you. What's up? Today is Lan's birthday, and we're having a surprise party for him tonight. Do you think you could come? Oh, I didn't know it was his birthday today. Sure, I'd love to come. What time and where? Well, we're all meeting at Jim's neighbor's apartment at about 7:30 or 7:45 at the latest. It's at 789 Chung Ching Street, apartment 3G. I'll be there. Do you want me to bring something? Bring some flowers if you can. No problem. See you tonight. Mr. Ha, the president has just called to invite you to a Hanoi opera show tomorrow night. Would you like to go? Of course I'd love to go. I have been longing to see a Hanoi opera show, but wait a second. I think I've got a Vietnamese lessons with Mr. Tu tomorrow evening. Do you think we can put off the lesson to another day? I don't see any problem. We can always reschedule the class for you. I hate to play hooky, but I really can't resist the temptation of the Hanoi opera. Could you call Mr. Tu for me? Please tell him that I apologize for canceling the class at such short notice, and that I promise to make up for the lesson by myself. Yes, I will. The president has arranged a car to pick you up at 6 tomorrow afternoon. Great! Finally, I've got a chance to see Hanoi Opera. But when was the last time I played hooky? I'm excited. Excited about what? Playing hooky or going to the Hanoi Opera? Both, I guess. Hello, darling. Have you made all the arrangements for our trip to Dalat next week? Yes, everything is ready. Have you made a reservation at the hotel we plan to stay in? Yes, I have reservation for a double room at the Thang Loi Hotel at $100 a day for 3 nights. Good. Have you received the plane tickets? Oh, yes. They came yesterday by express mail. Vietnam Airlines Flight 101, 10 a.m., Monday next week. Well, have you bought tickets to the opera show? Of course. I've got 2 tickets for an opera show and 2 tickets for a traditional Vietnamese music concert. That sounds exciting. By the way, have you started packing yet? Packing? Darling, the trip is 7 days away. Don't you think it's a little too early to pack now? Situation 32. Asking the way, asking about someone's health, and asking for linguistic information. Excuse me, is this the conference room? No, it isn't. It's the teacher's lounge. Oh, I'm in the wrong room. Do you know where the conference room is? Just go 1 flight up to the 3rd floor. The conference room is the 3rd one on your left. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Excuse me, but could you tell me how to get to the nearest bank? Certainly. It's not too far from here. Go down this street for 2 blocks. Turn right and go 2 more blocks. The bank is right at the corner of that block. You can't miss it. I see. 2 blocks down the street. Turn right and 2 more blocks. Thank you very much. You're quite welcome. Excuse me, I'm trying to find the shoe department. Can you help me? The shoe department? Oh, let me see. Okay, the shoe department is on the lower level. You can take the escalator to the basement. After you get off the escalator, make an immediate right turn and you will see the shoe department. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, is there a restroom here? Of course. It's right there behind you, next to the fitting room. Thanks again. Excuse me, I'm a new student here. I'm looking for the school library. That's easy. It's next to the school auditorium. But where is the auditorium? So you're really new here. Well, go down this road until you come to its end. Turn left and you'll see a gigantic white building. That is the auditorium. The library is the red brick 6-story building next to the auditorium. That sounds easy. Thanks. Anytime. Excuse me, do you know if there's a Bank of China nearby? The Bank of China? Let me see. Its nearest branch is in the lobby of the New World Hotel. But how can you get to the New World Hotel? You'll have to take a bus to get there. See the bus stop across the street? Take bus number 48 and ask the conductor to let you off at the New World Hotel. Thanks a lot. No problem. Hello, Thuy. You look rather pale today. Are you okay? I'm staying home from work. What's wrong? It's a bad cold. I hope you'll get over it soon. Hi, me. How are you today? I'm not feeling well today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see the doctor in the school clinic. What's the matter? I've got a sore throat. It gives me so much pain that I can hardly eat. Feel better soon. Hello back. Haven't seen you for a long time. How have you been? You don't look very well. I'm fine apart from an eye disease. Does it hurt much? Yes, it does. And my eyesight is fading fast. What worries me is that I might go blind someday. Oh no, why do you say that? The doctor says that it might be cataracts. And my neighbor says that I might need an operation. Cheer up, Pat. Cataracts are just a common ailment now. Don't listen to your neighbors. Follow the doctor's advice and keep on using the eye drops he's prescribed for you. It will be okay. How are you feeling today? Are you all right? I'm okay, except that I've got a bad cough. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. How did it happen? I was caught in the rain yesterday and ran a fever during the night. I took some aspirin and when I woke up this morning, the fever was gone, but I started to cough. You should get some cough syrup or cough drops. If it gets worse, you should see the doctor. Yes, I will. Thanks very much. How's your dad coming along after the operation on his eye? He's recovered well and is now up and about again. But he's staying home from work, isn't he? Yes, the doctor told him not to move too much and to have plenty of rest. On top of that, he should not do any readings for the time being. That's perhaps the last piece of advice he would like to follow. Absolutely, and that's why he's feeling a little upset lately. I hope he'll take it easy and feel like himself soon. It's very kind of you to say so. Dad will be glad to hear that you asked after him. Are you limping now? Yes, I sprained my ankle yesterday. Is it serious? Did you see the doctor yet? Yes, they x-rayed my foot. Nothing extraordinary, but the doctor said the ligament was injured and it's going to take a long time to recover. How did it happen? Well, I was running to catch a bus. Somehow I slipped and fell. You're lucky you didn't break your leg. Sam, are you ready for tomorrow's quiz on two-word verbs? I think I'm ready. Test me. Okay. What does look after mean? It means to take care of. Correct. What does look into mean? It means to examine carefully. Wow, you are good. How about look out? Easy. It means to look outside. Wrong. It means to be careful. Now I remember. That one always confuses me. Tom, have you noticed different spellings are used in different books? Show me the words. I've seen two ways to spell the word center. Center or center. Oh, I know what you mean now. That is the difference between British English and American English. C-E-N-T-E-R is the American way, while C-E-N-T-R-E is the British way. Well, I never knew that. Can you give me a few more examples? Here is another example. Labor. This is the American English spelling. In British English, it is spelled L-A-B-O-U-R. That's very interesting. Another example. The American used the word practice both as a noun and a verb. But in British English, practice is the noun only. Its verb form is spelled P-R-A-C-T-I-S-E. How did you learn all this? From my English study group. Join us if you are interested. Thanks a lot. I'd love to. Hi, Tang. Have you found a job yet? No, not yet. Professor Lam, I was just looking in the help wanted column, but I'm having some difficulty with the meaning of certain words and phrases in the ads. For example, do you know what GDSAL means? It means good salary, I think. Then, what does temp means? Oh, temp means temporary position, and perm means permanent position. I see. There are few more I can't figure out. For example, 5 plus YRS, EXP, and sell $20 K. Well, 5 plus YRS, EXP means over 5 years of experience. Sell $20 K means the salary is $20,000. K means 1,000. How am I ever going to figure out the meaning of these ads? Well, putting an ad in the newspaper is very expensive. That's why people use a lot of abbreviations. The more you read, the better you will be able to understand. Most of the time, you can simply guess the meaning from the context. Good morning, boys and girls. At today's lesson, we shall practice asking questions. An interesting way to do this, perhaps, is to ask riddles. Let me show you how to do it. What's your riddle? The rule of the riddle game is he who gets the riddle can ask his. Ready, class? What has an eye but cannot see? It's a needle. Then my riddle is, what has hands and a face but cannot talk? Isn't it a clock? Does anyone know what has only one horn and gives milk? But all cows have 2 horns. I think I must give up. You all got the riddle except the last one. Wouldn't you try again? I think I will. I think the answer may be a mill truck. But why a truck? Because a truck also has a horn, though it's a different tone from the cow's. But the milk truck is milk. The riddle is constructed on the ambiguity of the word meaning, isn't it? Yes, you got it. To round up the game, I have two more riddles. The first one is, what has four wheels and flies? I think I've got it. It's an airplane with four wheels. I'm sorry, you've been tricked into thinking the question means, what has four wheels and can fly? But what I really mean is, what has four wheels and also has flies? Could it be a garbage truck? You got it. A surprise, isn't it? Now, what is the best way to keep fish from smelling? Well, wash it with lemon juice or cook it in wine. I'm afraid you're on the wrong track again. If you cut off their noses, then they cannot notice the odors around them. Situation 33. Request and order. Hey Tom, the radio is terribly loud. Can you turn it down a bit? Sorry, is it disturbing you? Yes, it's deafening me. Is this all right now? I'd like to buy a copy of the new English-Vietnamese Comprehensive Dictionary, but I couldn't find any on the shelf. Do you have any in stock? Let me check on the computer. Sorry, they're all sold out. Could you order the book for me, please? Sure. It will take about 5 work days for the book to come. Excuse me, would you mind stopping smoking, please? Are you talking to me? Yes, the smoke is bothering me. Besides, this is a non-smoking room. I'm terribly sorry, I didn't see the sign. Would you mind wrapping everything up in one package? Certainly not, but I'm afraid they don't go in one package. Perhaps you should put these small parcels in your handbag. That's a good idea. The things in the parcels are fragile. They should be handled with great care. Do you mind if I drink this last can of Diet Coke now? I'll get some more tomorrow. Go ahead, but buy a 6-pack tomorrow morning, because Dũng and Hoa are coming over to study with me, would you? I'd like to have plenty to offer them. I'm sorry, but I can't go shopping until after lunch tomorrow. I have to go to classes in the morning. Well, I only wanted to make sure if we can have it before 2, that would be fine. They won't be here until around 2:30. That's fine. I can make it. Mystery, could you write this report, please? How many pages? About 20 pages long. When do you want it typed? The director needs it tomorrow morning for the board meeting. Can you manage it? Well, I think I will have to work late then. Thanks very much. I'll let the director know then. Excuse me, Tao. May I ask a question? Yes, of course. I don't quite follow you when you are talking about the requirements of the paper. Could you explain them to me again? Sure. You're expected to write a reaction paper to one of the books you have been reading. The paper should be typed in double space. It should not exceed 4 pages in length and the due date is Wednesday next week. Thank you very much. Lan just called in sick. Could you stay until 9 tonight? But I might be able to stay until 7:30 if that's any help. Yes, that would be help. Okay, I'll let you know for sure as soon as I make a phone call. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Excuse me, could you tell me when the next train leaves for Binchio, please? 9 a.m. And what time does it arrive? At 3 p.m. Okay, I'd like to buy 2 round-trip tickets, please. Sure. How are you going to pay? Can you charge them on my credit card? Of course. Lum, could you just come over here a minute and have a look at my paper for the monthly report? Sure, right away. What do you think? Well, I can see you've put a lot of work into it. I like it. Do you? But I'm not too happy about this conclusion. Maybe you could have another go at that. I will. I'll try again. Good morning, Ming. May I speak to Mr. Nam? I'm sorry, Mr. Nam is out at lunch now. Can I help you? Could you ask him to call me back, please? Preferably before 2 today or any time tomorrow. It has something to do with the arrangements for my trip to Da Nang next week. May I have your phone number, Mr. Ha? It's 212-436-2718, extension 40. So that's 212-436-2718, extension 40. Okay, Mr. Ha. I'll get Mr. Nam to call you as soon as he comes back to the office. Oh, hello. This is Mr. Tien calling from Hanoi, Vietnam. May I speak to Mr. Thompson? Oh, I'm afraid Mr. Thompson is not in. He has the flu and he may not be back in the office till Monday. This is Miss Page speaking. I'm his assistant. Is there anything I can do for you? Oh, yes, please. Will you tell him I won't be arriving in New York until quite late Tuesday next week at 1 a.m. local time. I want to know if Mr. Thompson will still be able to meet me at the airport. Anything else? Also, please call the Hilton Hotel and inform them that I'll be arriving very late. No problem. Wonderful. Thanks. Could you please fax or call me to confirm everything? Yes, I certainly will. Everyone here is really worried about you. Have you decided what you're going to do? I guess I'll stay here for a while. My mother wants me to take over my father's coffee shop, so I think that's what I'll probably do. Listen, Ming, could you do me a favor? Sure, what? Could you try to sell my furniture and then send me the money? Sure. What do you want me to do with the rest of your things? Well, keep whatever you want and then give the rest to the Hope Foundation. Lan might want my video discs and you can give my tennis racket to Hui. Okay, I'll take care of everything. And if you can do anything else, just let me know. Fine. Let's go through our schedule of the day. I'm expecting a client from Hong Kong. You're supposed to meet him at the airport. Right. His name is Mr. Lin. He's arriving on Shanghai Airlines. flight 809 at 9:25 a.m. Yes, the plane is on time today. I've already checked with the airline. You first drop him at the Holiday Inn and pick him up later by 12 o'clock. I will then take him to the office. Yes, we'll meet for about an hour, then go to lunch together at a Japanese restaurant across the street. Have you made a reservation already? Yes, I've made a reservation for 4 people. Mr. Lin, you, Deputy Director Chung, and me. You show him around the city in the afternoon. Then dinner at 8. Exactly. Everything is ready, and I'm sure everything will be okay. Thank you, Feng. Off you go. See you later. Hua, do you think you could send a copy of this report to New York for me? Sure, but do you want me to fax it or send it by mail? Fax it, please. Then would you mind arranging accommodations for Mr. Tanaka, one of our clients from Japan? He needs it for Friday night. Friday night? Sure. The Hilton Hotel as usual? That's right. Now then, could you get in touch with Sandy in New York after lunch and ask her to call me tomorrow? I'll be over at the factory this afternoon. I'm afraid I won't be able to do that. Oh, well, never mind. Well, what I'd like you to do now is to help me to translate this document into English before lunch. Sure, before lunch. Are you doing anything tomorrow afternoon? Nothing special. Why? Well, how about going out to a movie? Good idea. It's nearly a month since I last saw a picture. Are you going to do anything special this evening, Lan? No, I don't think I have anything special to do. Would you like to come over and spend the evening with us? We've got a friend who just came from Yajiang. I thought you might be interested in meeting her. Sure, I'd love to. I'll come over around 7. That's fine. See you later. Are you free this morning? The chairman has invited us to watch a new video teaching movie. Do you know? Yes, I'd love to. But I'm afraid I have to give a lecture to the third-year students this morning. What about this afternoon then? This afternoon will be fine. Okay, let me check with the chairman's secretary and find out if we can reschedule it. Hi, Huang, do you feel like going to the new disco tonight? Gee, I'm really sorry I can't go. I'm studying for tomorrow's final tonight. Oh, I thought finals were over. Tomorrow is the last one. We should go on Saturday night to celebrate then. That sounds great. I'd really love to. The company is arranging a special trip for foreign experts to see a typical village town in southern China. Would you like to join us? That sounds exciting, but what do you mean by a typical village town? I don't want to tell you now. You are supposed to find out by yourself during the trip. I'm definitely going then. When is the trip? Next Saturday. We'll all meet at the company's main entrance. The bus leaves at 8 a.m. sharp. Hello, Tai. Long time no see. So glad to see you, Hank. It has been over 3 years since we last met. I missed the last 2 annual conventions. Yeah, I've been wondering why all of a sudden you disappeared. Do you want to have lunch together tomorrow? Sure, we've got so much to talk about. Where do you want to meet? How about meeting in the lobby of the hotel, and then we'll decide where to go. Lee, how are you going to get home from the party tomorrow? I really have no idea. It's quite a problem, actually. The last bus for my home leaves at 10 p.m., and it's far too early to leave the party. I was just wondering if you'd like to stay with us overnight in our place. That's very kind of you, but I'm afraid it's too much trouble for you. Nonsense, it's no trouble. We've got a spare room for guests. Oh, okay, if you're really sure it's no trouble, I'd be more than happy to stay for the night. Hello, Na. It's Ling here. Hi, Ling. I thought I recognized your voice. Listen, Na. I was wondering if you'd like to join us for a barbecue. We're having some friends over and watching the football game on TV. Sure, why not? I'm just getting bored watching the football game all by myself. Come right away then. You want me to bring something? Nothing. Bring yourself. Hello, Tim. It's Don here. Look. The reason I'm calling is to ask if you're free on Wednesday evening. I've got 2 tickets for the theater, and unfortunately my wife can't go. I was wondering if you might like to go with me. Gee, I'm really sorry I can't go. I thought you had no classes on Wednesday. No, I don't teach on Wednesday. But this Wednesday I have to babysit. What? Babysitting? Where is John? She's going to an evening class. She enrolled in an adult computer course, and she has classes on Wednesday and Friday evenings. Well, that's too bad. You know, Huyền, sometimes I could kill my husband. He's so sloppy. Oh, yes, I know your own tongue very well. Mine's no better. In the years we've been married, Holmes never once done the washing up. It's terrible, isn't it? Oh, by the way, that reminds me.